Hey, you there. Thank you for watching, and welcome to Forged Alliance Forever. Today, we have a 7v7. Yep, you heard it right. It is another 14-player game. We got a lot of people to introduce, so let's go ahead and introduce our players, starting with Team 1 here to the west and ending with Team 2 down here in the east. Make these little icons go away. Let's start with the northwest player here on Team 1 of Crusader Nova. He is going first land as an Aeon in Emerald Green. To his southeast, we have TV No Baby going first. Sorry, TV No Baby 2 going first land as a Seraphim in lightish red pink. To his southwest, crisscrossing across the map, we have Warlock. He's going first land as a Cybran in Stitch blue. And to his east, we have Bantha going first land as a UEF in Batman Gray. The other gray player here for Team 1, we have Blarg, 6516. He is rocking the Imperial Gray color, going first land as a UEF as well. So both UEF commanders are rocking the gray color, or at least versions of the gray color. To his south, we have Twitchy Mofo going first land in Pac-Man Yellow as another Seraphim. And last but not least here for Team 2 down here, for Team 1 down here in the bottom, we have Obli going first land as an Aeon in Chevy Crimson. So on Team 1 side of things, represented by the green color on the minimap, we have 2 UEF, 2 Aeon, 2 Seraphim, and 1 Cybran. All factions represented here for Team 1. So let's go ahead and get to Team 2, all nice and introduced. Starting with the northeast player of Team 2, we have Buttons. He's going first land in Tropical Ocean Blue as an Aeon. To his south in Light Oak Tan, we have Clint 089. He is going first land as a Cybran. Might go second land, of course, because he is going to probably be focused on the land play this game. To his southeast, we have Maximus XXX going first land in Ruby Red as an Aeon. Again, another land player, most likely. To his south, we have Gamer9 XXX going first air, surprisingly. I think he's the only one to go first air in this game. And he is in Royal Blue as an Aeon going first air. And to the west, already on the move, we have Legend Lord navigating these little rocks and mountains here, and he is going first land and land all day. It looks like it at some point. Yep, over there to the west. And he is in orange, the color orange, of course, not to be confused with the color of the map, and of course the fruit, because that fruit is delicious. To his south, we have Will-O-Wisp in a very beautiful color in forest green. He's going first land as a Cybran. And again, he is in forest green. Last but not least here for Team 2, down here in the southeast corner of that, we have Ninthuk. I want to just say Nintucket, as for some reason that's what I want to say when I see that name. But he's going first land as a Cybran in royal purple. I'll probably call him Ninth, but because Thuck sounds like another one I don't want to get yelled at by YouTube. So on Team 2 side of things, we have 3 Aeon, 2 Cybrans, and 1 UEF. Sorry, 3 Aeons, 3 Cybrans, and 1 UEF. No Seraphim Tech represented here on the eastern side of the map. They won't have access to the Awasha Bomber, the Zooey, or the YOLO. Down here in the south, it does look like Team 2 is following what Team 1 is doing, and they're sending pretty much everybody to the front lines. And even looks like even the rear guard air slot here for Team 1, Crusader Nova, is on the way. Same here with the rear guard air slot for Team 2 of Ninth. And this map, let's check the reclaim out. Obviously, we've lost a little bit, but 16,500. I mean, for a map like this, it's not a 20 by 20. It's pretty close, probably about a 17 or so. Probably about 18, I would say, at least minimum on this map. But we have a couple of these little mech marines. These are hunters. Get obliterated by Bantha fodder. I guess in this case, the hunters were the Bantha fodder in this game. We have the Calm of Will-O-Wisp getting a nice little mechs, actually on Team 1 side of things. And in terms of mass extractor points, or mass points just in general, pretty much all of them have already been claimed, or at least are about to be claimed, the area at least. A decent section of, threes. Like there's a couple 3 right here, there's a couple 3 right here, and there's a couple 3 right here. But T2 going on the way here for Will-O-Wisp. He is, about 15% of the way there. Speed and range going down here, going up here for Clint 089. But Will-O-Wisp kind of by himself. The Mechs gets annihilated there, and now this Fervor can just start launching artillery shells at Will-O-Wisp. He's by himself. He has one engineer on the way, an AA, gun just to protect him from the bombers. It is a Sky Slammer. A couple of Mantis are on approach to assist. Wouldn't be surprised if he uses the engineering suite. But he's taking a lot of hit points. He's already sub 9,000. He's at 50% T2. I mean, it's not really looking good. And the Calm of Obli is on his way. Minimize that little icon. So it doesn't really look like it's going to go his way right now. And you can see a lot of that incoming damage is coming from the west. And there's not really a lot of reinforcing forces here for Will-O-Wisp. Will he make it out of here? The upgrade is getting close to complete. But he's kind of suffering here. A lot of units, especially now we have the Calm of Twitchy Mofo on approach as well. So 2 versus 1. And now he's building some T1 point defense. He is now sub, half of his percentage. He is sub 6,000, less than half of his hit points. There we go. He's getting 28 hit points a second, a decent chunk, but when you're losing hit points by the hundreds every second, the Calm of Gamer 9XXX comes in to assist. But Will-O-Wisp, he is a decently high-ranked player. He's the highest-ranked player on Team 2, and he will die off sub 7 minutes, 6 and a quarter, pretty much. And that is a fairly early ejection here for Team 2, dropping this game to a 7v6 in favor of Team 1. I feel like that was very unnecessary. He didn't have really any of the support he needed. Obli is almost dead, sub 2,000, and Twitchy Mofo sub 6,000, but Gamer's also was sub 7,000. So it's not really going his direction. Obli now sub 1,600, but it's going to wrap that back up pretty quickly. Unfortunately, maybe Will-O-Wisp was trying to get like a double kill, like murder-suicide kind of thing, where like he kills himself and Obli as well. But he makes it out of there with a decent chunk of hit points left, and Gamer 9XXX is not pushing the advantage here due to the fact that Obli has so little hit points. He could go for it, but there's a lot of units here for Obli coming in to push against the Calm of Ninth, moving into the east, or from the east to the west. Not really going that way for Team 2. They are seeing some forward momentum from multiple players to the west, but the loss of their highest rated player will definitely hurt, especially this early on. The second highest rated player, Legendlord, did inherit it and then transferred it over to Gamer so he can micro that section of the map a lot easier. Up here to the north, we have Clint with the gun upgrade facing off against a T2 UEF commander. Unfortunately, there's not enough infrastructure here for that UEF commander to hold, and now Clint might just walk Bantha Fodder down. The best option here for Bantha Fodder is to turn around and just fire onto Clint. It's not really gonna... He's building T1 very similar to what we saw Will-O-Wisp do, and that did not work out well for him. So probably should stop building those. Yeah, these can help just deter the enemy, but with reinforcing forces all the time here for Clint, and Bantha Fodder already sub 10,000 hit points, and it does look like Clint is prioritizing the PD first. Wants to keep most of his units online. They will die off, but that PD doesn't really do very well. There are a decent amount of units here for Bantha Fodder, but they're being prioritized by the units here from Clint. And now Bantha Fodder now still sub 10,000, going to drop to sub 9,000 here fairly quickly. It's not really going his way here. Clint is at 1 rank of veterancy. Going to give him some more survivability, but to the north we have more forces trying to push against this eastern side, this northern side here for Team 2 by Team 1's player of TV No Baby 2. But there's just more forces here for the blue player of Buttons. Buttons going to hold that position and actually facing off essentially against a 2v1 possible scenario here with Crusader. So he has to be very careful with how he micros his units, because one false move and he lets a lot of units in. The Calm of Legendlord with that gun upgrade is shoving Twitchy Mofo back. He's kicked him off this position with reinforcing forces here from Gamer. Love the camaraderie and the teamwork here. The Calm of Gamer is actually down here to assist Ninth. So it looks like units here for Legendlord and the Calm here for Ninth. I do love the split up. It's good to have a sort of, split with the reinforcements, but the Calm of Clint does kill off the Calm of Bantha Fodder. He just straight walked him down. We pretty much kind of figured that was going to happen. considering how fast those hit points were being shredded off that comm. So now it drops to a 6v6. Now, Team 2 is looking a lot better now in the bottom. Team 1 now pretty much on the back foot. They had a really nice grab, but this loss of a comm in the middle, a lot more attention will have to be put to this middle section of the map. And now this base here that once belonged to, I was going to say Blarg, but the other great player, Banthafada, will be eradicated here fairly quickly. One T2 PD is not enough, especially with that commander coming in to deal with that. It's not really going Team 1's way here, and with more forces just constantly streaming across the map and penetrating forces here from the comm of buttons, they'll be able to take out this T2 mechs and kill these engineers before that PD ever gets online. Team 1 doesn't really have an answer for this. They're building another one up here. That one might finish. Might. If the... it's going to get close, but... a position does get destroyed here by Clint to the south. Now we have a counterattack once again. Nith was pushed off by a section of these Oblivion turrets and the comm. The units come around the little mountainside here and will reinforce the southern position. And the comm switching positions, keeping his main force away from his commander to try to split up the ability to, shove all that damage in front of his opponent. But a Mongoose brought forth here by Warlock, long range, to counter the Aurora. I love that move here. They are fairly weak, but the Mongoose have the better range. So this Aurora have to dive deeper into the field. They're not being microed as well as they should be, unfortunately, the Mongoose. And now the Aurora are coming in. Pillars are coming off the line here for Blarg. The pillars should stay in the base to deal with this. Another pillar right off the line. First shot misses, take out an Aurora. A couple more shots will take out that one. The T2 headquarters will stay online. I think the Mexes might be the target. Oh, actually, it's the E-Storage. But, yeah, this position is not going to fall here for Blarg. Fire basing going on the way here for Obi. Pretty much right next to the destroyed remnants of Will-O-Wisp. It would be really funny if he, puts a little heart or something over where the comm died. Kind of just, little beef and little just razzing one another. But the comm of Blarg is by himself on the front lines here in the southern section, walked all the way from over here, and honestly he probably should be up here considering the fact that he has some bleeding he has to deal with on this front line. The comm of Warlock is coming in to deal with this, but some mexes have been dealt with. And speaking of mexes, almost 13 minutes in, Team 2 is winning by over 100 mech. Well, that must be Reclaim related. I was like, that was a huge jump. But Team 2 winning by about 100, a little over 100 mass a second, and about 20k mass total. So Team 2 looking at, establishing their air presence. We have the air player here, surprisingly not the comm here for Ninth, but it's actually Maximus XXX has the T3 air facility for his team. And yeah, up here to the north, it's not what you think it'd be. You would figure this would be a nice Rigard air slot, but it's actually going towards this player as well for Warlock. Obviously, the comm here, or the player here for Gamer 9 XXX has had to deal with a lot more land than he was hoping for, so his T3 isn't online, but it's almost close. It's T2. Large army here for Twitchy Mofo, and Legend Lord does not care. Not really the best tactically sound position here. It should get that shield over his commander to shield some hit points. This nano repair will make it very painful. But Clint, coming from the south, has just cut a dagger straight through that front line and decided instead of puncturing into the main base, I might as well come and flank his opponent down here in the south. And now this will be a huge advantage here for Legend Lord. That's why he's being so aggressive, because he saw the comm of Clint pushing forward. Twitchy Mofo will have to back up. He has 76 hit points a second. Very tanky comm, but a lot of his forces are being dealt with by two commanders and additional reinforcements here from Gamer 9 XXX. So 3 players, whether they be comms or units themselves, are just focusing this southern side, noticing that it's a not very weak, but more weak than, let's say, the northern side, because it's holding pretty strong right now. But we have a strap bomber over the top going after the commander of Twitchy Mofo. Bomb does drop, get an AoE explosion on that. Clint suffering a lot of hit points happen, shoot off that comm. Sub 4,000 hit points. but he's just going to continue walking Twitchy Muffo. Where'd that bomber go? ASF here from Warlock, try to deal with it. Here's that bomber. Tries to take him out. Clint will make the retreat order. Bomb does drop, and it's almost going to kill Twitchy. Sub 500 hit points. He's almost dead. One more bomb will kill him, but the bomber was destroyed. And these forces here for Blarg and for Obli will cut off any retreat here for Clint. Clint will have to go northward. Twitchy Muffo will make it by the skin of his teeth. He was sub 500 hit points. But it does look like Blarg was trying to cut off Clint before he could retreat back to friendly territory. But a bunch of units are being pinged here by Team 2 saying, Ninth, you have a bunch of forces, push them in. And now they're surrounding Blarg, but they're only Aurora, so they're not a huge concern. They are fairly weak that up close, but Twitchy Muffo will retreat to his main base. We have T1 bombers on approach, and of course we have Legend Lord with his force. Lots of pillars, couple AA. The shield was killed off, but we have a Corsair. Don't know really what that's going to do. Only one of them. It won't kill the comm, especially under a couple shield coverage. But now the units are given the move over, but it's a little too late. Blarg was out in the open, but with the assisting comm here for Obli, building T1 PD to help protect this little walkway here, this little alleyway. These forces are actually just going to push the main base here for Obli. Obli will be forced to retreat. He can't be this far forward with no support. And so it's either you stand your ground or you retreat. Blarg senses the danger, starts to retreat. Legend Lord attacking the engineers to ensure they don't build. Oh, he's actually attacking the okay, now he's wait, what are you attacking? I'm confused. Oh, now he's attacking the pillars. But Ilshi's here from Twitchy Muffo to help assist in defense. This is where a lot of the action has been. We are seeing action up here to the north occur, and T3 Harbingers are starting to walk down that position here for Buttons. Buttons has retreated with his commander, but the Harbingers will probably hunt him down. To this southern section, though, a lot of units from Ninth are actually getting into this main base. There is a couple PD gonna spread throughout. Twitchy Muffo already repped back up to over half of his hit points, almost at 10,000. That is what 76 hit points a second can do. And a lot of this attack will peter out, unfortunately. Legend Lord building a facility, like literally on the doorstep of Obli's main base. I keep, for some reason, hear explosions, and I don't know why, and it's like freaking me out. Obli trying to hold off this northern position here in the south, but pillars and a couple of missile launchers making that very annoying. And there's even a couple bricks now appearing here for the player of Gamer 9 XXX. He built a T1 facility for engineers. That will definitely not last very long. Very interesting play. Probably wanted to get some reclaim, but was kind of a little overzealous with that. He's now all by himself. These Buttons was destroyed by Crusader Nova. Looks like those Harbingers did end up walking down that comm. And now this game goes to a 6v5 in favor of Team 1 once again. But we do have Legend Lord. He's a 4-star commander. He's kind of by himself, but there are Ilshis on the way, so he needs to retreat and retreat now. Corsair is coming over the top, trying to attack Obli. These bricks are opening fire onto Obli. Obli trying to dodge. A missile hits him. That's got to hurt. Constant raining down of artillery fire, or at least missile fire, here from these mobile missile launchers. What are they called? Not pillars. The flapjacks, that's what they're called. Oh, now I'm thinking about pancakes and waffles. I don't know if this is a hot take, but I feel like waffles are the superior take. Obli's not dead. Gets a rank of veterancy. He almost died. The comm gets pinged. He gets a rank of veterancy just in time. Oh, man, that brick stopped firing. Maybe it could have killed him. That's got to hurt. Again, that's the second time where two commanders who are still alive currently almost died, but are still alive. That's gotta hurt. The brick trying to walk down the commander. Gonna overcharge, kill that brick outright. We have no air, says Legend Lord. Yeah, well, that's Team 1 does have air control, at least most of the majority of air control. Restorer coming online here for the player of Maximus XXX. His ASF are actually on the northeast side, protecting a Restorer, going after some Harbingers. Definitely a good move there for some mobile attack. But now, since the departure of Buttons to the north, Team 1 has a nice little walkway to just insert themselves in this northeastern corner. Not really looking good. And now Legend Lord comes against all these Ilshis. He has 34 hit points a second, 16,000, drops into the yellow. He needs reinforcements. The bricks need to come in and assist right now. Take some heat off of him. There's T1 bombers overhead. They're just kind of hanging out. But pillars come here from Legend Lord to assist. The Ilshis will be forced to retreat. Could have been very dangerous had those units not appeared here for Legend Lord. But will shove off Twitchy Mofo. Twitchy Mofo will regain this position once again. And that's a lot of reclaim for this map. How much do we have currently on the field for everything? 59,000. We started at about 18,000 currently on the map. And now we're at close to 60. It's tripled at... is it tripled? 18... Is that 54? It's a little over triple the current amount. But it does look like Clint is going for T2 air. About to go T3 air probably. Building a monkey. That's about half completed. T3 air, of course, we saw was completed. T3 air was completed here for Gamer. Wouldn't be surprised to see T3 air Beast have be an idea here for Ninth. The comm of Twitchy Mofo trying to shove off Team 2 from this position. They built a couple of triads and actually an AA emplacement as well. This flare just to assist with defense against some nasty strat snipes or whatever the case may be. But now power vacuum opened up with the, just units not being here to hold it, and a huge force is moving in. A lot of the pathing, it just has to like maneuver around these little mountains or whatever they're mounts. I think they're mounts. There's like a single mountain is just a mount, I think is what it's called. But these bricks need to be called in to assist. There are harbingers. There are titans on the way, as well as a bunch of pillars to the north. There's nothing to defend this eastern side. Team 2, do they know about it? Well, the pings go down. They definitely know about it, so they definitely got to deal with it. They have a nice little view of what's going on. But now the front lines are just all kind of out of whack. Titans roll up to Legend Lord's main position and don't fare too well. There's a lot of T2 pressure here from these PD and, of course, all these pillars. Titans very good at taking out T1 and T2 units for the most part, but Titans are a little bit tanky. There is a Ravager here online and another one being built. There's PD creep going down here. So while Legend Lord is trying to stave off an attack from the northwest, and the units here from Blark actually change directions and go south, they want to take out or at least shove back Legend Lord from this position, targeting the T2 Mechs and the land facilities. They lose one. Legend Lord loses one of them. Not a huge concern, but the target now is Legend Lord. He's going to tank a lot of those shots. We have bombers overhead, and his own Titans come in, and those bombers have some EMP. Well, some of them have some EMP abilities on them. That this one does from the Shimmer from the Aeon. But this position will be held. And while that happens, these engineers get caught out, and a bunch of Ilshis will take out all of these PD. There's a couple of units still remaining, but the Ilshis fire too quickly for the PD to really hold out for too long. They're targeting the T2 ones because they actually target a lot easier. As you can see the shots, it's not, it's a large wind-up for the Ravager to come online. Now they'll target the Ravager because they see the incoming threat from the north. But speaking of the north, how are we looking over here? Well, we have some more bricks here and a couple of units. And again, just the geometry of this map makes it very difficult for units to really group up and form a nice solid, line, because a lot of them end up being just stuck behind environments. But Team 1 making a lot of forward momentum to the east. Everything is gone here for Team 2. Nothing stands. A couple of harbingers and a brick, but that's about it. Team 2's got to put a lot more effort here to the north to hold it. Maybe they're just not giving up, but just not putting as much effort as they are to the south. Because there's 3 players here down to the south, and there's 2 players here up to the north. And the player for TV No Baby actually retreated. It is 23 minutes. Strat snipes, of course, are a thing. They saw Twitchy Mofo almost killed off by one. So everyone's thinking about protecting their comm. That's why the AA emplacements here. Another one. There should be another one in the base here. That's very far forward. Twitchy Mofo building a nice base, getting some TMD, getting some shields, getting more facilities. Reclaim orders for multiple engineers. We even have a Warlock getting into the game down here to the south. Lots of reclaim to be grabbed. I don't know what's going on down here, but the Monkey does finish, and now Obley is on retreat. Team 2 has to push forward now. We see the order given to the bricks. Does Legend Lord respond? Well, we have a bunch of pillars inbound in a form of a pillar, kind of a solid line. But Obley trying to evac his comm. Will he make it? The comm is being lasered. The comm. Oh, the transport gets destroyed, and now that will be the death of Obley. He was so close to making it out of there. That has got to hurt. What is wrong with the laser? It's like not really target. There it goes. Now it's targeting him. But kaboom, man, that was almost successful about getting out of there. But man, that's got to hurt. The transport got killed off. What the heck happened? You're completely screwed me over. TV no baby. What's going on? It'd be great. I didn't lose everything I had to air and could stop this. T2 trains. 800 HP monkey. Yeah. Now it's down to 200. It's even worse. It did laser the plane. Because technically when the transport lands, it's then considered a land unit that can be targeted by a ground unit. A ground unit can be targeted another ground unit. So that's why the the transport was destroyed for that brief moment. So that's got to hurt. But man, that would have been really cool. Reminds me of a game maybe it's a month ago. And the picture is a transport coming into evac another commander. That one almost made it out of there as well. There have been a couple instances of commanders hot dropping, actually reverse hot dropping, hot evacing to greener pastures, I might call it. But this position here for Twitchy Muffo will just kind of, there's nothing here. Those units here were, they moved in to come assist. All of the pillars were killed off with the explosion of Obley. They thought they could get him out of there. They didn't get him out of there, and because of that, they lost a lot of their ground forces. And now this gives the opportunity for Team 2 to push this position once again. There are more units coming in all the time, and Authams are making their appearance. But this position here, now being controlled by Warlock, will not last very long. Both of the high-rated players in this game, the 2100 and the 1900, were killed off sub 30 minutes, which is, usually they are like the last ones alive. But in this game, they're one of the first ones dead. We have another Monkeylord to the north here. This might be enough to kick Team 1 off of their position here. And 26 minutes, 4 players are dead. We have 10 left remaining. Yeah, this position just overrun by a brick wall. Instead of running into the brick wall, it's being overrun by a brick wall. But Thug, really, okay, this is super dangerous. He has hardly any assistant. He has no units of himself, like from him, under his control. Running into some Authams. Is he just trying to kill himself? Like, I don't... Oh. That's why. He has the laser on his commander. So even if the units here from Team 1 get close, the only really threat is the sniper bot, because how fast the laser kills everything. I was like, what is he doing? What's going on? And I'm like, oh, he has the laser. That works. The pillars will be sent in to their desk, but now we have some gunships here. No AA support. ASF coming to assist. Will deal with most of those gunships. It's not all of them, unfortunately. Team 1 it still has majority air control, but now Ninth is kind of under threat. He does have some bouncers nearby. He is targeting those whalers as best he can, though. Needs to run as fast as he can, though. Whalers are still online. They are pretty tanky. Sub 4,000 hit points. Lots of AA here from Team 1, trying to hold off any other units. But Ninth might just die. Oh, it's going to be close. Sub 1,000, sub 800, 600, 500, 200, and he dies. Was too far forward with no support. See, you just can't do that. Not with your commander. You can't be that far forward without some sort of backup plan or assist or something. And so Ninth will die. He was the lowest rated player here on Team 2. The lowest rated player in the game is on Team 1, is Blarg. Looks like actually it's a partial share game. Those units just died off. That's why a lot of those other units died here for Obley. But the Colossus is being protected by some Titans and a couple pillars. And a Cougar, so good to see some AA in there as well. But yeah, this position, it's just not looking good on the southern side. There's almost nothing left here for Team 1. They have a small position here with 1 Mechs, a couple of PD, and a radar. Good that they have a radar, but nothing else doesn't really help it. To the north, Team 1's getting more success. They're actually pushing against the Monkey. The Monkey is sat behind a little mount and might actually be kind of stuck. It's having troubles moving. The laser actually gets, opens fire. I think the Monkey... guys, guys, I'm stuck. Guys, I'm stuck. Guys, I'm stuck. Guys. Guys, I need assistance. Guys. This is so weird. GG stuck. There's just a Titan here like, Yeah, how about you don't walk up next to the giant Monkeylord that is stuck on a mountain? Pings go down being like, can't do bad about it. Now we have the chicken's going to come in. This is not a fair fight. He's like, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Please help. I'm stuck. Please kill me. Please kill me. He's not going to kill him. What? And he kills the chicken. What is this? What? What? Yeah, TV really says what? What is going on? What just happened? What? I don't even know. Now will this Monkeylord kill the other monkey? What is going on? What is this? Yeah, the Monkeylord won't get out of range, but the bricks will finish it off. There's a Colossus. They might kill the monkey. What is going? That monkey whole time my chicken wouldn't shoot. What is this? This is hilarious. Yeah, this is just ridiculous. How? Okay, Colossus, come in and just kill off the monkey. Kill off the monkey. No, it's just funny. Stuck Monkeylord is better than a chicken roasted. Okay, here it goes. Now it's slowly dying. Monkeylord still trying to move. Indeed. Yeah, that was build mobile AA. It's my turn to get karma at Willow. Yeah, that's yeah. Team 2 fighting back in the air. Lots of air presence now, strewing out of Team 2's base from Maximus. Czar being constructed wants to secure air victory with a Czar, the donut, but that Colossus here to the north is sucking up some bricks. It's not really going well for Team 1, or first from Team 2. It's hard to look at the right time when the game is unplayable. I mean, no, that's just an issue with geometry and stuff. I mean, the Monkeylord did die, but it was annoying that the chicken and the other monkey for Team 1 did die when it was definitely in their advantage. But the bricks will push forward. There's really nothing they can do about it. They'll take out the Harbingers. But Crusader Nova is actually on the front lines. I think they noticed that. They're targeting the comm, but there's some AoE explosions going here from these miasmas, the lingering effect that exists. But the Galactic Colossus just doesn't care. If there's another monkey and it's going to die, it's got to retreat. Yep, the main cannon opens from that Galactic Colossus, the face laser, trying to target a Harbinger all the way in the distance. It will actually kill it, and Whalers come over the top and deal with the rest of the emplacements here for Team 2. The monkey will die, unfortunately, and now, as Team 2 claims control of the southern portion of the map, Team 1 controls the northern portion of it, kind of like a yin-yang kind of going on here. But it's a Fat Boy versus a Fat Boy, and it's about the same shields, except there's some Titans on the way. Build some units on the Fat Boy. Do it, build some units. The shields are down for both Fat Boys, and Titans versus Titans only really will go one way. Fat Boy Fire raining in on those Titans. And it's going to be just a draw here. ASF getting a nice engage here. Just turn around. Just turn around. What are you doing? Turn around. I know you're trying to lure them into some false sense of security. There are some SAMs here. Not a lot. And they're going to run right into the Tsar that's being built. What is going on? I don't get it. There's not a lot of AA support, and now, this is just a huge, what is going on here for Maximus XXX? All of his air force is just destroyed. They're trying to build SAM sites as fast as they can and build the Tsar, but the ASF will retreat. They could just kill the Tsar off, but they're not going to. But the Whalers will come in and probably deal with that, I'm assuming. They're going to protect the Whalers. The ASF come in to deal with the Whalers, but the Whalers are too strong. They do have some AA guns on them themselves. Not as good as the Restorers, but still, something's better than nothing. And now this Colossus is just going to walk down this position here for Legend Lore. His main base is down here, but this is something that he inherited. They're trying to push the southern side, but the comm of Twitchy Mofo charging forth 100 hit points a second underneath shield coverage. So technically 30,000 hit points. Air quotes, technically. But he's doing very well. At least he has some sort of protection. The Tsar does finish And now it'll start shooting off its missiles to the nearby gunships and ASF. It's going to go straight into that Colossus. That's not a good idea, because once those ASF see that, they're going to charge in and kill it. The Rascom's trying to hold off as best they can. The Colossus is at 5 stars at 100 and... it's essentially 150,000. It's not 149,998. It's 150,000. No. Maximus throwing salt down in the chat. Oh man, it's gotta hurt. Both. See, there's salt in both. Not salt, but Panther Fighter saying it's over for. I don't know if it's for them or for the other team, but Maximus does not like what's going on his side of the field. Well, when you have a bad engage with your ASF, don't turn around and engage. There's not a lot of AA here on the ground, so it doesn't really do anything. See, now is the time to engage with the Tsar. You have the Megalith here to assist. Bring in the Megalith, bring in the Tsar, kill off the Colossus, scoop up its mass, and build something else. That would be my goal there. How loaded is the nuke? Oh, there's a nuke. It's for buttons. Where is this nuke of which you speak of? We have a bug. That's kind of rare to see. But the nuke is halfway completed. Thank you for pointing that out. And tap shop pinging, says Legend Lore, but something's going on. The Fat Boy will be killed off, unfortunately. Not, oh, there's some AA, but it will be killed off. The shield did fall. The Fat Boy in the back. Team 1 gaining a lot more momentum here down in the south. Team 2 kind of having to fall back. And now we have a chicken and a crab. Sorry, a chicken and a Colossus versus a crab. The Colossus is actually forcing the crab to turn around, not being able to target the chicken. This will only go one way. The Colossus falls. The Colossus falls. The Megalith falls. The Tsar was not nearby to deal with this. It did. I guess they took out the air. I mean, that's also a good thing. But you lost your Megalith. That's also annoying. You'll kill the Colossus off and then the chicken fairly quickly. So, was it worth it? Maybe. Warlock help. All air here. We can kill air grid, says TV No Baby. Yeah, pretty much all of the air here for Team 2 isn't even shielded at 35 minutes. I mean, a shield or two, at least around the headquarters itself. But the chicken is charging forward. The chicken doesn't get close enough. The experimental pressure here from Team 2 was just enough to hold off. A couple lightning tanks. Isn't going to do a lot of damage, but some damage nonetheless. 4 commanders reside in this one section of the map. There's 1 SMD here and an artillery. So, again, I know it's hard sometimes, but like positioning things, not the best. 4 commanders in a small, tight space. 1 nuke will kill all of them, and that's all of the rest of the players for Team 2. Not the best idea. Just like at least have somebody in the water or somebody in another base or something, kind of spread out the targets. But that is a high value target for Team 1 to go after. If they have artillery, that's what I would target. They have an Awasha, that's something. That could work. They don't have any artillery. Building Colossus took out some of the air grid. They have another Fat Boy being built. What's going on? Oh, the artillery. I was like, ride side dying to Tsar. And Bug, yeah, it's gotta hurt. The nuke does finish here for Team 2. Now, where is it going? It is going... Okay, so here's the thing. I get it. You want to kill the air grid off. You want to make sure it's dead. That's fair. But you already have an artillery. The emissary, actually fairly good at doing that. Stop doing drugs and you better help. You're better than this. So, TV No Baby just throwing shade in Warlock's direction. Misses that one, but the nuke will finish it off. I guess they want to eliminate the air power here for Team 1, and this just goes back to having a backup plan with air. TV No Baby actually just Control K saying, I'm done with this. Sees the nuke come over the top. His Awasher just finishes. No, don't Control K. No. Oh. But, and that will die off, I think, right? If it's a, yeah, that will die off. Look at that. He Control Ks and they lose an experimental just straight up after it's being built. That's not okay. I get that you're behind, like your team's behind, but you're not out of the game entirely. But losing all of that time and energy and mass to build an Awasher and then just having it die on the ground where it was built, nah, I don't like that. That's not okay. I get the frustration. I get it. It's annoying. It's frustrating. It's a frustrating situation. I don't blame him. for being frustrated. I do blame him for leaving. Did it next land attack will have a lot, says we will have. I think it says we will have a lot. They have another Zara being built. They have a Colossus. They do have an answer to the land push here to the north. I do love that they have a backup plan. Nothing in terms of PD, which they should have a couple PD emplacements, but build up some gunships, build up some, like, even if it's just T2 or even T1, build something. Novak's done, says Legend Lore. Yeah, bring the bugs over to the north and deal with this. There's not a lot of AA that, well, let's see, how many of them are there? 6. That's not that much considering it's like a couple bugs. They can deal with that fairly quickly. Push to the middle of the map here for Team 1, trying to just shove Team 2 back as much as they can. The Fat Boy not protected, not a good idea, especially against the Tsar. The Fat Boy is slow, and the ASF coming to assist the Tsar, thinking that Team 1 has ASFs in reserve, and they do, but they don't want to use them just for the one Tsar because they feel like it's going to be too much of it's a bait. It's like we'll bring the Tsar out to draw the ASF in, and then we'll kill him off. And that'll be their air. But 2 bugs move in. I would like to see the Colossus turn around. The Fat Boy is coming into position. I love to see that. Please target the AA. Do not target the Colossus. It's I don't know. I know he's threatening. He's being threatened by this, but you're maybe that is the best play. I think that is the best play. Now I'm thinking about, because you don't want the Colossus to get close enough to take out the air grid. So that should be the main target now that I'm looking at it again. And especially with the Colossus, it will be enough damage to deal with this Colossus. It will fall, and then you can focus on the AA. The Colossus will scoop up some of them as well as the Harbingers. You'll lose a couple of mass points, but not a huge issue. Very easily rebuilt. And that push does not really work well for Crusader Nova. Unfortunately, the spam of engineers is real. How's the eco going on? 600 for Gamer, 565 for Legend Lord. Decent chunk for both those players. Clint only on 12. He's going laser. Wouldn't be surprised to see him go teleporter next. But overall, Team 1 is winning the mass game at 1.5. K-Mass a second. Team 2 at 1.3. Team 2 has more mass accumulated, especially with the mass dumps of both of these Colossus. And they'll scoop up their old Megalith. But there's not enough pressure here from Team 1 to really force back Team 2. There's a lot of AA here, and they're covering the bugs. I love to see that. 3 bugs, that's starting to get, critical mass of bugs. I think it's like 6 is when it starts to... Well, I mean, 3 is dangerous, but like 6 is very dangerous. That pretty much can tank a couple, swipes of ASFs. Enough time, hopefully, to take out some emplacement down on the ground. Another artillery is being built. I love that the shields are already in place. I would love to see just an extra shield put here just to compensate for the lack of shield here, but, to have something. I still don't agree with having all the comms in one location. There's 3 SMD, so unless Team 1 goes YOLO and just nukes it to high heaven, not going to work. Needs more shielding, and, that's always my answer to most things, is just build more shields. They haven't... Oh, they are scooping up the mass. Okay, I was going to say they're building their own Hovatham. So they're at about halfway there. The emissary was just finished. They need more shielding as well. This position, a air grid is being rebuilt, I should say, by Warlock. And see, this comm isn't protected, Blarg. There is 1 Novax. That isn't much of a concern, but if there were like 4 of them, that comm is dead. So once you notice that your opponent has 1 Novax, usually they go Novax like more and more, so just put your comm under shield coverage. The horde of ASFs comes in. The Whalers are on the ground, not the best position for them to be in, and will be wiped out by the ASF here from Maximus. I want to say Gamer, but they both have triple X in their name. That's why I default to Gamer. I don't know, because I'm playing a game and I'm also a gamer. That's maybe why I default to that. But the Colossus scooping up all of those Perseus and other T1 units. Still, it's not enough firepower. Gets a rank of veterancy. Turn around, deal with these last 3, and then turn around and get those other 2. Well, it's going to be close, though. But all he has to do is just turn around. Focus. Oh, there's more Perseus. Maybe this Colossus will die here. You can see all of that artillery just raining in on that Colossus. The Colossus, I think, just stomping them, or at least trying to, is crushing those Percy to death. There's a couple ASFs just hanging out here from Legend Lore. Not the best place to put them. Get killed up by artillery, but oh, just barely. It was about 10,000 hit points left. Air dying on land, says Buttons, going, cringe, And to Artie, no less. Like, that's, You have air. Buttons like, Legend, you have air, move it. And, yeah, his air forces should be here to assist his bugs, but 3 bugs. There's a decent section of these Cougars. They'll probably kill one of them off, but maybe not all of them by the time they're done with it. But yeah, Blarg is spamming up Cougars as fast as he can. He notices the threat is air. The downside with doing that, though, is that if the opponent fades and goes with land next, it's not going to go well, especially with all your units only being able to pretty much attack air units exclusively. I know the lightning tank can attack the ground units, but it's not as effective. Oh. And these Cougars will retreat. There is a chicken being built, but it's been stopped. Glitchy Mofo must be switching up production to something else. There is a decent amount of AA presence here for him as well, so the Bug's not too keen on pressing the advantage. If they move in and assist the units over here, that'd be a lot better use of them. There are a couple of Cougars shooting some pot shots off. And that Fat Boy is all by his lonesome. And you know what we say when we talk about that. But we have a strat bomber rush inbound with a couple of Novaks assisting, and they get caught by some ASFs. Turn around, deal with those ASFs here. Maximus, what are you doing? Oh, a lot of them didn't make it. I don't even think. A couple bombs will drop. Doesn't even take out the shield. They're assisting the shield. They needed like a couple more. Artillery raining in all the time. Shield's going to come in and assist. It did take a hit, but it wasn't enough. And now Team 1 has their own artillery online. Definitely a missed opportunity there. Clint is going for the Telemazer. 2 artillery. That could be enough, but needs more shielding. They do have an eye, so they'll know exactly what Team 1 is doing. And the artillery, fortunately for that position, is targeting the air grid. A large section of it is gone. So that has been the main game for both of our teams here, is taking out enemy air. The Bugs will come in. The first one will take a lot of its take a lot of the hits. And 2 Zars, they're just standing there. What are you doing? Move in. What are you doing? Move into that position. What are you doing? Move your Zars. But that's not going to move. Yeah, one of them just straight up dies. That's so disappointing. The Hovatham will be taken out. This facility will be most of it will be taken out. The Bug's going back, going to take out the Emissary. That'd be the next target. Or take out Crusader Nova directly. Yep, that is the what they're doing. Crusader Nova trying to hide underneath shield coverage, but there's AoE explosions going on all the way, depleting the shields. Aeon shields are not the best. Glory to the Princess. And maybe he control Ks. Maybe, yeah, Legend Lord will get the credit though. But all of those Bugs will die. That's a lot of mass for Team 1 to scoop up. I'll pull my hand down a little. 147 just in this section. A lot of mass. They can build a decent amount of experimentals and artillery with it. But artillery raining down, going to reduce the mass totals here. But 1 Tsar makes it out alive. The second one died for literally no reason. They just drew a line in the sand, I guess. 2 chickens pushing the middle of the map. But Team 2, they lost some of their air. They're getting it back as we speak. Building up more shields. Building up another Emissary. Nuke target, says Buttons. Yep, that's a nice, juicy target. No SMD. Warlock. Okay, there's one right here. But it's not under shield coverage. What is this? What is this? I feel like, is it? I can't remember his name, but is it? It's not Kirby Lame. Cobby Lame? I forget his name off the top of my head. But the guy does just like points with his fingers at hands like, what is this? You are next to an SMD that isn't shielded. The Novaxes haven't noticed it yet. And once they do, that will die. Team Legend Lord, there's that, okay, already SMD. You could just use the lasers. What do you... Okay, well, that would have been a nice target, but they're not going for it. They're actually going for the base here for Warlock that was gifted over to him with the timely demise of Crusader Nova. This game is now a 4v3 in favor of Team 1. They are winning. Well, have they been winning? No. But it is a 4v in terms of how many players are left alive. The Calm of Legend leaves that group of comms. Thank goodness. They will not die. Okay, now they... Oh, they're not even targeting... They're targeting the shields. And kaboom! The commander of Blarg is in the water in the northwest corner of the map. Please target the please target the SMD. Please target the SMD. Please target the SMD. What is Artie, this SMD? And even in chat... Okay, it's over here. Okay, it's not the same one. There are some bricks. Okay, they're going to take out the SMD. Okay, thank goodness. I was going to say, it's in the open. It's not shielded. There's no PD. There's nothing. But thankfully, we have units here from Gamer to fix that very egregious mistake made by both Legend and by Warlock. Warlock not shielding his SMD and Legend not taking it out with a Novax. Because he has 3 of them. You can easily take it out. Especially if it's just going to be nuked. It's not really worth taking it out. How close is that nuke to being finished? It's about a third of the way there. So, you know, enough time to get an SMD up, not necessarily enough time to finish getting it loaded. Yeah, the next target would be this SMD. Diminish the position here for Twitchy Mofo. That is the target. The shield is down. More shielding needs to be in place to protect it. This one isn't enough. They're building chickens as fast as they can. But artillery raining in all the time. We have air assist buttons. Artillery misses, thankfully, here for Twitchy Mofo. If this goes down, that's pretty much just why are they so slow. There's Warlock. Let's see. Oh, here it comes. And it misses. Oh, no, it gets it. Nice. It got it. Why are you so slow? Yeah, why is Warlock like, yeah, what? Why are you so slow to helping me, I guess? The shield's going down here around this, air facility. The pigeons are the target. Get the volatile explosions, diminish the shield capacity on those shields. We have 2 chickens going after a brick. Not like necessary, but you know, at least it'll die. Artillery here for this position for Legendlord. Legendlord still held on to this position as best he can. We even have positions here for Maximus Triple X down in the south, getting more mass and just positioning on the map, trying to, you know, layer defense. A large group of bouncers are in retreat from these Percivals, but hate to break it to you, Percivals, there is a bug and a bunch more Percivals and a Megalith on approach, so it's not going to go your way, unfortunately, here for you. Oh, and thank you so much for everybody helping me reach 500 subscribers. Again, I made it in the comment in the last video. Just thank you so much. The poll is on the channel page. And Warlock is killed off by Novaxes, by 4 Novaxes. They'll take out the last nuke eliminated here, this SMD. Okay, you're targeting... Why are you targeting the fat porn? It's not going to do anything. Anyway, this game now drops to a 4v2. But thank you to everyone for helping me make it to 500. There, again, like I said, there's a poll on the community page asking what type of video you want to be the celebration cast for that, you know, for that game, for that video. So far, high rated game is winning. I think it's followed by Phantom. Phantom was winning for a while, but a lot more votes came in for high rated game. So we will see who ends up winning. Again, it's going to end sometime Monday. That's when I'm going to like choose the winner, figure out which replay I want to do, make sure it works, and then record the video. So it'll release on Tuesday. So we have everyone has a little bit more time to put their votes in. So far, I think it's 35 or 36 at current, as it currently stands. So a lot more of people can submit their votes. It's not, you know, super like 200 votes for high rated and like 50 for Phantom. It's like a decent section. Twitchy Mofo goes down to those Novaxes once again here from Legendlord. Legendlord, he did make it up to me. He didn't take out the Novax, but he took out 2 players without, without the need of a nuke. And now it's just Blarg, and Blarg is in this northwestern corner. It's at 50 minutes. Team 1, even though they have 1 player remaining, they have about 50% of the map underneath their control. So it's not entirely, out of the question for Blarg to come back and win it. But with a lot of experimentals being destroyed here for Team 1 and more being just online with 3 artillery, Blarg does control K everything except for 1 T3 heavy shield generator and decides that is it. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Please like and comment down below. And again, please go to the channel page, go to the community tab, vote for what kind of video you want to be the 500 plus subscriber. Thank you, cast. And again, thank you. I want to say thank you again so much for everybody helping me to reach 500. It's been an amazing journey so far, and I look forward to reaching further. And again, thank you so much, and I will see every single one of you, hopefully, in the next one.